It's 1967, and Elvis Presley is in a cage. It's a beautiful cage, it's gilded. It has swimming pools and movie sets and custom-made Cadillacs, but it's still a cage. He is the most famous man in the world, and he is bored out of his mind. The fire is gone. That raw, dangerous energy that scared parents and changed music forever, it's been replaced by a safe, predictable routine. The routine is simple. He makes movies, 3 a year like clockwork. The plots are basically the same. Elvis is a race car driver, or a water skiing instructor, or a pineapple heir. He meets a girl. There's a misunderstanding, he sings a few songs, he gets the girl. The end. Roll credits. The songs are part of the routine. They aren't written because an artist has something to say. They are written to fit a scene. If he's in Hawaii, he sings about Hawaii. If he's at a fair, he sings about cotton candy. The titles tell the story. Doe the Clam. Yoga is as yoga does. There's no room to Roomba in a sports car. This is what the king of rock and roll has been reduced to, singing about clams. He knows it's bad. He complains to his friends, the guys who are always around him. They listen, they nod, but what can they do? The machine is too big, the contracts are signed, the money is too good. His manager, Colonel Tom Parker, has built this cage. The Colonel is a brilliant promoter. He is not a music lover. He sees Elvis as a product, a brand, and the brand is profitable. Why mess with a formula that prints money? So Elvis sleepwalks through it. He goes to Hollywood, shoots the movie, goes to a Nashville or Hollywood studio, and records the soundtrack album. He's a professional. He does the job. He can sing anything and make it sound okay. But the passion is gone. He's singing lyrics he hates to melodies that feel like they were made by a computer. There's no soul, no danger. The people recording with him are professionals too. The best in the business. In Nashville, he works with a group of session musicians known as the A-Team. These guys are legends. Floyd Kramer on piano, Boots Randolph on sax, Buddy Harman on drums. They have played on hundreds of hit records for dozens of stars. They can walk into a studio, see a chart they've never seen before, and nail it in 1 or 2 takes. They are precise, they are clean, they are perfect, and that's part of the problem. The Nashville sound they help create is smooth. It's polished. It has strings and backup singers. It's designed to cross over from country to pop. It's safe. It's the opposite of the raw, bluesy, chaotic sound that first made Elvis a star back at Sun Records. Sam Phillips, the guy who discovered him, was looking for a white kid who could sing with the feel of a black bluesman. He found it in Elvis. That feeling is what the world fell in love with. Now that feeling is buried under layers of Hollywood gloss and Nashville polish, but Elvis misses it. At night, back at his house, he doesn't listen to his own movie soundtracks. He listens to the music he loves. Gospel, blues, rhythm and blues. He sits at the piano and plays for hours, just for himself and his friends. He sings with the fire he can't bring to the studio. He's still in there. The real artist. He's just trapped. Then, one day, a song lands on his desk. It's just a demo. A simple recording sent over by his music publisher. He gets hundreds of these. Most are junk, more of the same movie fodder. But this one is different. There's no orchestra. No slick production, it's just a guy and a guitar. The guitar playing is incredible. It's complex and rhythmic, a funky, finger-picked style that's hard to pin down. It's got a swampy, bluesy groove, it feels real, and the lyrics. The song is a story. It's about a poor boy who leaves home with nothing but his guitar. He hitchhikes, plays for dimes and beer joints, trying to make it. He travels from town to town, following the music, trying to get his break. The song isn't about clams or sports cars. It's about the struggle of a musician. It's about the dues you pay. It's his own story. Before the fame, before the movies, before the Colonel, he was that kid. He was the boy from Tupelo, driving a truck, dreaming of being a singer. He was the kid who walked into Sun Records just to record a song for his mother. The song speaks to him. It feels like it was written about him, for him. It's authentic. Oh, it's got dirt under its fingernails. He has to record it. This won't be for a movie. This will be for a real record, a single. He feels a spark he hasn't felt in years. This is a chance to make real music again. So, he books a session at RCA Studio B in Nashville, September 10th, 1967. The A-Team is assembled. The pros are ready to go. Elvis is excited. He walks in, ready to capture the feeling he heard on that demo. He plays them the demo. He tells them, "This is it. This is the feel I want." The musicians listen. They're the best. They nod. They can play anything. The engineer hits record. They start the song. And it's all wrong. It's technically perfect. The notes are right. The tempo is steady, but the feel is gone. It sounds like another Nashville record. It's clean. It's polite. It has no groove. That swampy, gritty thing that made the demo so special. It's vanished. The guitar part, that intricate, funky lick that drives the whole song, sounds stiff and mechanical. The team guitarist is a phenomenal player, but he can't capture the feel. He's playing the notes, not the music. They try another take. Elvis is getting frustrated. He tries to explain it. No, it's gotta be funkier. It needs to be down and dirty. He picks up a guitar and tries to show them the lick himself. He can feel it, but he can't quite play it with the same precision as the guy on the demo. Take 3, take 4. It's not getting better. The mood in the studio is getting tense. These musicians are used to getting it right on the first try. They're not used to a star being unhappy with their work. They're playing it the way they play everything. Polished, professional, perfect. But Elvis doesn't want perfect. He wants real. He can feel the song slipping away. He can see it being turned into just another piece of product. The one song that had excited him in years is about to be sanitized, stripped of its soul. He's the star, he's Elvis Presley. But in the studio, he had often let the producer and the musicians take the lead. He'd do his part, sing the song, and move on. Not this time. This song is too important. He stops the session. He walks over to Felton Jarvis, the producer. He's agitated. Everyone in the control room can feel his frustration. This isn't the easygoing Elvis they're used to. This is someone else. This is an artist fighting for his art. He says something that almost never happens in a Nashville studio. He tells them it's not working. These guys, the best in the business, the men who have played on countless hits, can't give him what he wants. And then he makes a decision, a bold one, a risky one. He looks at Felton and says, send him home. He's firing the AT. You don't do that. You just don't. It's an insult. These are the kings of Nashville. But Elvis doesn't care about studio etiquette right now. He cares about the song. An awkward silence falls over the studio. The musicians pack up their instruments. They're confused, maybe a little angry. They did their job. They played the notes perfectly. What more did he want? They leave. The big famous Studio B is suddenly quiet and empty, except for Elvis, his producer, and a few of his guys. The session is a failure. The momentum is gone. But Elvis isn't giving up. He has an idea. It's a long shot. He turns to Felton again. Find the guy who wrote the song. The guy who played on the demo. Get him on the phone. I don't care where he is. I want him in here. Now. The guy's name is Jerry Reed. Jerry Reed is not a household name yet. He's a songwriter and a session guitarist himself, known around Nashville for his unique syncopated finger-picking style. He's a guitarist. He's talented, but he's not a star. He's probably at home, or maybe out on a lake fishing, which is what he loved to do. Someone tracks down his phone number. Felton Jarvis makes the call. Imagine being Jerry Reed. The phone rings. It's Elvis Presley's producer. He says, Elvis wants you at the studio. He's recording your song and he can't get the feel right. He wants you to come play guitar on it. And he adds, can you be here in a couple hours? Jerry is stunned. He probably thinks it's a prank. But it's not. He grabs his guitar, a beat-up nylon string model that looked like it had been through a war, and heads down to the studio. He walks into Studio B. It's intimidating. This is the big time. And there, in the middle of the room, is Elvis. Elvis walks right up to him. He's friendly, but he's focused. He gets straight to the point. He doesn't waste time. Show me that lick, he says. Play the intro. Jerry Reed sits down on a stool. He's probably a little nervous. The king of rock and roll is standing a few feet away, watching his every move. He puts his fingers on the strings of his old guitar and plays the opening riff. And there it is. That sound. That funky, swampy, gritty, infectious groove. It fills the room. It's not just a series of notes, it's a feeling. It's got a life of its own. It's everything that was missing. Elvis's face lights up. A huge grin spreads across his face. He points at Jerry. That's it. That's the sound I've been looking for. The whole atmosphere in the studio changes. The frustration is gone. Now there's excitement. They're not just going through the motions anymore. They're about to make music. They call a couple of the 18 guys back. The drummer, Buddy Harman, and a bassist. They needed a rhythm section. But the lead instrument, the driving force of the song, would be Jerry Reed and his strange, wonderful guitar. Felton Jarvis hits the record button again. Jerry kicks it off with that signature lick. The drums and bass fall in behind him. And when Elvis starts to sing, it's a different performance. He's not just singing the words anymore, he's living them. He's energized, he's feeding off the groove that Jerry is laying down. He's ad-libbing. He's talking to Jerry in the middle of the song. Play it, boy, play it. You can hear the joy in his voice. He's having fun. For the first time in a long time, he sounds truly, deeply engaged with the music. They nail it. The take is raw, loose, and absolutely perfect. It has the soul that was missing. It has the authenticity he was desperate to find. It was the sound of an artist breaking out of his cage. This session wasn't just about one song, it was a turning point. It was Elvis Presley taking back control. He had trusted his own instincts over the advice of the professionals. He had refused to compromise on his vision. He had fought for the music, and he had won. The confidence he gained in that moment was huge. He proved to himself that he still had it. The musical instincts that made him a star were still sharp. He just needed to trust them. He recorded another one of Jerry Reed's songs that night, a Big Boss Man, with the same raw bluesy feel. The fire was back. This small act of rebellion, firing his band for one song, was the first domino to fall. It was the beginning of his comeback. Less than a year later, he would walk onto a stage in a black leather suit for his 1968 television special. He would play with a small, tight band looking lean, mean, and dangerous again. He would reclaim his title as the king. That TV special is rightly seen as his great resurrection. But the seed of that resurrection was planted in Studio B on a September night in 1967. It happened when he got fed up with making safe, boring music. It happened when he heard a demo that reminded him of who he used to be. And it happened when he had the guts to stop the session, send the world's best musicians home, and make a phone call to a fisherman who played a beat-up old guitar. All for one song. A song about a traveling musician, just trying to make it. The song was Guitar Man.